Ladies and gentlemen, this is Frank Donga, and you're listening to Boom Radio. Boom Radio. Keep listening. Don't touch it.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It is the Boom Ball right here on your Boom Radio NG. My name is Dolupo, and I bid you a warm welcome to the bar today. We hope that you've been having a very fantastic day. I have. I don't know if anybody else has, but I've been having a fantastic day. And of course, I'm here to make your day even better. Oh, we're here to make your day even better. Welcome to the Boom Bar. If you are listening to us or you're watching us, it promises to be another very interesting day of music, sports, entertainment, and everything else in between. So my name is Dolupo. The one and only. I haven't said that in a while. Anyway, like I said again, my name is Dolupo. Anybody that likes, they should go and jump in the ocean. I don't care. Now getting into today, we're going to be talking about a lot of things today, but it will not just be me today. It will be me and just a usual suspect, Shala Rogers, in the studio today.
In the entire history of Boomba, how many times has it been you alone?
Quite a number of times, just a few times. Just a few times. There has actually been a few times, and trust me, those few times I've had major fun.
I beg. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It's a pleasure.
Some people seem pained. I don't know why.
At the bar, people who live in pain always talk about pain, but people like us who just dwell in positive vibes. I'm pushing out a lot of positive vibes to you guys. Welcome to the Boom Bar once again. It's music, sports, politics, and everything in between. I am grateful to be here.
Okay, now as we're getting into today, we're back to yesterday's gist. Yesterday's gist of the White Lion. He's back in the news again. And there needs to be a bit of explanation, There was a lot of back and forth yesterday between his media team and the EFCC. Before we get to that, I know that SR has like a whole breakdown of what happened, what's happening, and where that is going. So we're definitely going to be talking about that. Also, the drama in the Labour Party has not ended. We're going to be talking about that. There is updates from the dam, Lagdo Dam from Cameroon. We're going to be talking about that as well. There are also updates from a couple of states as well. The IGPs in the news, and a few people that want to strike have not. Is he struck or striked? I don't go through a strike or, Anyway, we're getting into that. Also, a bit of sports. We'll get around to the bit of sports stories as well that we're also going to be getting into. So sit back, relax as we enjoy today's show. So, first things first. The story of White Lion. Please, can you explain to us what happened yesterday and what happened today?
I don't know any white lion that is a human being. All the white lions I know, I saw them in documentaries. So she's talking about the story of the former governor of Kogi State, who is more or less like the governor general of Kogi State, because wherever he goes, the current governor goes, and wherever the current governor goes, you just know he's probably going to rescue his former Oga. So the thing is, the news that broke because he actually caused the news to go out. His media team had put out a statement that he had surrendered to the EFCC, which he did. He actually went to the EFCC in Abuja and said, okay, here I am. The only thing he didn't do was he didn't have a T-shirt like Uncle Bros AY, So he just went with his white kaftan. Maybe that's why they call him white. Meow. White.
You are doing too much.
White lion.
You are doing too much.
White lion.
Do the one that.
So he now more or less went there, but he went with some kind of pomp and pageantry. He went with an entire entourage, a convoy.
So he actually did go.
And he went with the current governor, who has immunity. who was not invited or indicted, who had no business there. So according to the EFCC, what they're saying, and of course this was published in the Nation newspaper, so if you want to cross-check and verify, the reporter had spoken to someone on the inside who said the EFCC would not operate that way. You don't dictate the pace to them, and neither would you come with such an entourage and everything. So it is said that they refused to attend to him. This is where the drama gets interesting.
Okay.
They've been looking for this guy. He came with pomp and pageantry.
But he came.
And he came out after putting out a press statement that he has surrendered. It's like, instead of waving the white flag, he wore it as a kaftan.
But he came.
You understand? He wore white to surrendered to you. You now said, we don't like the way he surrendered. Then I said he should be going. Then when he's not going, they didn't follow him immediately.
No, you didn't.
They didn't catch him. They now let him go and settle down. About 17 hours ago, we started hearing that they are trying to arrest him in a place called the Kogi State Government's Lodge, Governor's Lodge, something in Abuja. The bottom line is, they couldn't arrest him. Do you understand?
Okay.
Because there was some alleged interference by some other forces. These are two forces working for the same federal government, collecting IPPIS salary on the same payment platform. But you see, one day somebody will explain to us how it is possible that policemen or men or women will protect this person who is wanted by police in quotes from police again. It's a Nigerian thing. I just imagine FBI protecting someone that CIA wants to arrest, or vice versa.
So see,
So the funny thing is that I did not see any sense in what the EFCC did. The man came.
So BT616 says, are there celebrity freak-offs in Nigeria?
We don't know.
Why do you people?
We are not celebrities.
Why
we
do you
don't
people
understand.
Do this? I don't know.
And for those of you who are wondering, he's talking about Brother Love, aka Didi, aka PDD, aka Sean Puffy Combs, aka Puffy Combs.
I like to make a very interesting or very, very just make an announcement. BT616 says, we praise God that Dolupo's uncle don't show face for EFCC.
But
I like to make a declaration.
But our uncle went away.
He's not my uncle. I don't know him. I've never known him. I don't plan to know him.
You share a common border.
What's that supposed to mean?
He shares a common border with you on both sides of your
what is that
of your
parentage. What is that supposed to mean? I don't know him.
Of all the people at the bar, you are the closest to him.
I'm not. Please, I don't know him. I don't know where he's from. I don't know how he's from. I don't care. Now, I have a few questions, and that's what I'm saying. It doesn't make any sense to me. I know the EFCC is claiming that he is still a wanted person, and they are the ones that are supposed to arrest him, or he's not supposed to come like that. But the crux of the matter is, you wanted this man to come. And he came. So why didn't you arrest him? Because of all the drama. So are you saying that...
Dolupo, please. There's a way you are saying some of these things that maybe you should choose different words. Maybe like you wanted him to give himself up. And he gave himself up. You understand? But there's a way you are saying...
What did I say?
You said they wanted him to come and he came. I'm just saying.
Your mind is just in the gutter. Your mind is in the gutter.
Is it your gutter?
It's just plain English that I'm saying.
And I'm just advising you. This is the 2024 century.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Please move on. Moving on.
Okay.
Now, you claim that you wanted this man to come, or you wanted him to, as I said, what was that English that he said? You wanted him to show himself.
Yes, to give himself up.
To give himself up.
To say, here I am, arrest me.
And he did. Okay, he came with the governor. If you had arrested him, or if you had, because he's now wanted, so he would have to be arrested and not probably even detained.
And they probably wouldn't even detain him if, they just...
No, at this point, he probably might be detained. But
and he probably might not.
That the governor
There's a possibility that they won't detain him.
I would say that the governor of Kogi State, the current governor of Kogi State, would have stopped him from getting questioned, or in the questioning room, the governor of Kogi will be there? Is that what we're saying? Now, I'm taking it one by one because the honest truth is there are a lot of things that are wrong with everything. But let's take it from EFC. Okay, before I continue, Chief Onikoko says, is Yahaya Bello from Ekiti?
What is he saying?
Sir, I don't know. I don't understand from there.
I say you people are neighbors.
Sola will definitely participate in a free kid off with his dirty mind. Please don't soil Angel Dolupo. Thank you very much, sir. God will bless you, sir. Thank you.
You see,
thank you so much.
Am I allowed to respond?
You can respond.
It's Kukweba. I can talk again, Abi. It's part of the banter now. Yes, Yahaya Bello is from Kogi. You people are neighbors.
I'm not a neighbor to him.
And he's also neighbors with the other side where Dolupo is connected. So they are neighbors on the two sides.
Sir, please, is Ekiti part of... I don't understand what
you people are neighbors.
I'm not neighbors.
We can use Ekiti to enter Kogi now.
Which one? Which your Ekiti?
Is it not connected?
Which your Ekiti?
That's one. Two, in the matter of freak off, anything can happen. Anything can happen. I'm not going to say anything.
616 says Sola is brother Adubo disturbing them girls. We know them.
Me. You people have forgotten I'm Bishop. Have you people forgotten? The Lord be with you.
I hear you.
I'm alone. Pastor of the church. Let's go.
I hear you. Anyway,
but honestly, I was just advising Dolupo.
Don't advise me.
I try some words unbecoming.
What?
Unbecoming.
Don't advise me.
It's English. I'm thinking of unbecoming.
I don't need your advice. Now, that is on the part, to me, Sha, that's on the part of the EFCC. I think that the EFCC was trying to make a point, which I don't think makes sense.
Very unnecessary.
Very unnecessary. The man came. The honest, so what we're now saying is
the man gave himself up, Dolupo.
So Chief Odikoko says, Apostle K, the choir members are in trouble.
We don't do that. We don't do that here. We just bless them and they go. Okay. We say, drink.
We are moving.
Detox water and be happy.
So
it's a clean bar. It's a clean church.
Yeah, I see.
Church of the Saints of Drinking Clean Water Church.
I see. So anyway,
but it's okay.
They just want to.
I'm okay.
EFCC wanted to make a point. So now, if we go back to the statement that his media team made yesterday, and we go by what happened, it's safe to say that that statement was correct.
Look, let me tell you.
Jonathan,
a white lion in the hand is worth two in the governor's lodge.
In the governor's lodge, that's one.
A wise man once said it.
Now,
I didn't say it though.
So that is for me from the side of the EFCC. Now, on the side of White Lion and White Lion's entourage, what were they trying to achieve? I hope that's where my own issue is. Like, another issue is if you didn't have anything to hide, and I was going to, that's one. What's the point of all the entourage? Number 3, the governor of Kogi State. Shout out to people from Kogi State, because at this point, I'm not sure that there's anything happening in Kogi State.
The governor is busy now.
The governor seems to be...
He's still part of the workshop.
Extra busy with being the entourage of the former governor. I don't know, maybe somebody needs to explain to me how a governor has now become a whole sitting governor, has now become the entourage, part of the entourage, and is Uber. Actually, at this point, you have become Bolt or Uber for a former governor. Your entourage has now become your living quarters has now become Airbnb. Like, make it make sense. So at every point in time, I don't know, maybe the EFCC needs to explain a little bit more to me to understand where they're coming from. But at this point, I don't think what they did made any sense. The man came. Tomorrow, the man, if they get to court, the man will say that he went to their office.
He did not came. He did not come. The man
looking for trouble.
The man appeared. The man materialized. Please now. Choose different words.
If you are looking
for your own good.
For my own good or for your own good.
That you even know that he came. How did you know? Were you there? Were you there to see that?
The EFCC has agreed. You are looking for trouble. And I don't know what you're talking about.
The EFCC said
I don't know what you're talking about. Is it now jazz that is appearing and disappearing?
In fact, EFCC, honestly, this is not me, but I just want to use, a question to ask a question. How?
So, sorry.
Okay, go ahead.
BT616 says, the Kogi governor publicly said he's answerable to Lord Bello. And Dolupo is here shalayeing. Oh yeah, Milenu. Honestly, I did not know this part.
You see?
This is news to me. But now that I know, wow.
Oh yeah, he actually did. There was a time when people were questioning why he had to kneel down in public and all of that. And he said,
I think after the elections, before the... but that, if you think about it, that was before the inauguration.
We need to do a little bit of digging into the current governor's background. Probably he never thought it would be this big in his life.
But now you are now the governor.
And he thinks, no, he's not. He's just a placeholder. Allegedly.
You are looking for trouble.
Seemingly.
You have been saying it. Since we opened microphone, you have been looking for trouble.
It's not trouble now. Look, you're there as a governor and you're not functioning as one. The only time we get to hear about you now is when you are shuttling or carrying your Governor General.
Governor General. I never knew there was anything like Governor General.
Yeah, they're working on it.
Now,
they're working on it.
Looks like there is actually going to be Governor General. Because at this point, it's not making sense. Like, what? Okay, because I actually feel that it was also a bid. I will not blame the EFCC too much. So, because it could actually have been a bid to intimidate them. That's the reason why.
Inside your own house.
That's why a sitting governor would think that it is okay to be part of the bodyguards to a former governor that's been alleged to have stolen some millions.
Someone will come into the EFCC to intimidate them. It be like say you never go that place before.
And why would I go?
EFCC that they will collect they will collect your phone, collect everything. The one that you don't want to give them, you leave it in the car, you lock the car. It's not like I really went there.
So BT616 says, and I quote, okay. So you want him to take the Fubara route. How is that working out so far? Let the Kogi people fight for their liberation. So I'm not saying that he should take the Fubara route. Honestly, he's not the first governor that we would see. He's not the first governor that people would come out to that had a predecessor or someone, and that's the truth. Let's call it spade a spade. I'm just saying
that it should at least
it shouldn't be this obvious.
It should at least pretend to be governing. Obvious. If he doesn't want to govern, let him act like it or hand over to his deputy.
Understand? Like this is getting embarrassing. It's not looking good. It is not looking good, and that's the truth.
It's almost as if they have moved the seat of power from Lugard House to Abuja, And honestly, the people of Kogi are very quiet about this. It looks like they are very cold with it. The opposition is quiet about it. It looks like maybe those ones they've lost their back and their bite. It doesn't make
any sense. Even on the look of the party, like you had said,
I don't get it.
Even on APC, it's not a good look.
I don't get it.
It's not a good look on anybody. I don't know why everybody seems to be quiet about it. It does not make any sense. However, we will continue with that conversation.
And it's not as if you are carrying pagers about that you should be afraid. You people are not using pager. You are not using walkie-talkie. That you are afraid of some.
You are looking for trouble.
So you should talk your talk.
Okay, so So this Mr. Umfom Alexander has a comment and he says Yahaya Bello is joking with
Jesus, what a name.
I'm just reading
Please read. It's
what
our
was
job
there.
to read. Yeah.
Yahaya Bello is joking with EFCC using the agency to play hide and seek. Mm-hmm. Congratulations to the APC. I agree with you. I think that the part I agree with you is congratulations to APC. Don't misquote me. I'm just saying that this does not look good on anybody. What is the opposition doing? But however, PDP self and Labour Party and everybody, they have their own issues. They are not sleeping though. They have their own plenty issues as well.
According to one of the governors, I think it's Governor Mohammed, it says that the PDP's problems are caused by the APC. I'm like,
why are we doing this to ourselves? They are the ones that put, and you open your eyes and let them disrupt your party.
That's
for
more
you.
or less you saying that you have lost it.
You've lost it. It doesn't make any sense.
I pity you.
Anyway, we are still coming back to a lot. Since we're on this matter here, or this politics matter, maybe we should even continue with that route. And because the PDP has now, I think they had set up the BOT, the Board of Trustees, have decided to meet the National Assembly caucus today because they said that to avoid their party from getting disintegrated. That's what.
You know what's really going on is that we've said it here more than once. The PDP has really, really lost it to the point where they have a member. They have several members now, and let me tell you why I say they've lost it. They are members of the party that have been suspended and dealt with for anti-party activities. Even Ayo Fayoshe's son, even Fayoshe himself, and on and even Dino Melaye now, they're coming for him. But guess what? They have a member.
FCT 001.
That is serving
FCT 001.
Number
Your
one.
daddy's daddy.
That is serving an APC government. And
he's not even hiding it.
And guess what? That's the man that's picking the next chairman of the party.
But in his defense, he had said that he had written letters to his party at the national, at the state, and even at the ward to ask if he could take up the appointment, and they agreed that he could take it up. So
I'm not
on that angle, you can't actually blame him.
It's not about him serving as a minister that is the problem. It is about how there will be several incidents and issues that would not all go well for the PDP, that he will be privy to, and there's nothing they can do about it.
So Chief Onikoko says, Ejeki elerugbe erue. Let the people of Kogi carry their problem. I suggested drinking water soaked in guns and swearing before the gods of the land. And you people laughed at me.
You know, the swearing in the traditional way is probably going to be the ultimate.
At this point, I think that's what is going to be happening.
It's probably going to be the ultimate.
Because
the way things are going,
people
it's
do
so sad.
As they like.
And opposition is not opposing anything.
Opposition at this point have their own issues.
The sad part is even when they talk, it's off point completely. And at the end of the day, 4 years will just go down the drain. 4 years will have nothing to show for all of this.
So BT616, I don't know what you are insinuating, sir, but I said, and I quote, I'm quoting Igbo. He says, I hope people know that Yahaya Bello mocked Tinubu's weak gate publicly and also supported VP Oshibajo before running in the primaries himself. So are we saying that this is some form of witch hunt?
Look, it's possible. It could be a witch hunt. It could be payback time.
But the truth is that are these allegations wrong?
You yourself, as Yahaya Bello, you're making it look like there's something massive.
Exactly. If it's really a witch hunt, if there's a witch hunt, then go and answer. If not, because in fact, the EFCC seems extremely confident.
The former governor of Anambra, when he finished his tenure, he was arrested by the EFCC. He was on his way out of Nigeria.
Yeah.
Umahi, right?
Yeah.
No, it's not Umahi.
No, not Umahi.
It's not Umahi. Umahi is serving as a minister now.
It's not Obiano.
It's Obiano.
It's Obiano. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's Obiano.
And he was arrested. He lives in America now. He hasn't come back since that time. But he was arrested and they let him go. Ayo Fayoshe, he did all the dribbling. And the day he went there, he wrote it on his chest, EFCC, I'm here.
Remember that, I can't use this as an example because he too was forming sick.
So what exactly is he? Was he?
I don't know what.
If his hands are clean, he should go. Even the ones that their hands were not clean, what did they really do?
Exactly. Because you know the interesting thing, and this is not casting aspersions on the judiciary. The honest truth is that even if these allegations against the EFCC has evidence against the former governor, the honest truth is once the case gets to court, it's literally out of the hands of the EFCC. So whatever case they have against you at the moment is still a bailable offense. Everything that Mr. Emefiele has done is still bailable. You not even do Rich Emefiele, and he has been bailed out.
Allegedly.
No, he has not allegedly been built out.
He not do reach allegedly.
Allegedly, yes. So, okay, we have a few comments. Mr. Ufam Alexander says, if it was a common person in Nigeria that stole politicians' money and ran away, EFCC would have tracked down and arrested. But since yes, sir, is Yahaya Bello. He's spelling the name of his name is not Yahoo. His name is Yahaya.
It might not be his fault. It might be autocorrect.
I'm just informing you, Yahaya Bello. That's the name. But I'm reading what you wrote. But Yahoo Bello is hiding inside governor's house, enjoying his loot. Allegedly. Let me help you put allegedly. BT616 says, now to do Zoom call handover ceremony instead of handing over for governors going forward.
Yes, now I'm sure that Obi and Otti probably would have just traveled to Cameroon first and say, all right, I hereby hand over to Soludo. But it's so sad.
The honest truth is, it's not even a Nigerian thing alone. We saw how this happened during Donald Trump. Donald Trump did not attend the handing over ceremony.
That one, agree saying lose election.
That's what I'm saying. So anything can happen. Anything can happen. The bottom line is that I think that he's doing too much at this point. But EFCC, take what you have. A bird in hand is worth two in the bush. If he comes, take it like that. But it also seems like EFCC wants to use him to prove a point. They also want to maybe embarrass him at this point. I don't know where they're going, but
the man came.
But he came. That's what I'm trying to say.
She said it.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what is wrong with you, but we're moving on. Anyway, Sha, so I said the PDP is they're meeting with the National Assembly caucus, talking about how they are trying to avoid the party disintegrating. Another very interesting political story is the Labour Party. Labour Party is still having their own issues as well as yesterday we talked about INEC categorically stating that Julius Abure's tenure had ended in June, so he's no longer the chairman of the party. But the question is, does that vindicate the caretaker committee that was set up in Abia State? That we will get. There's still no clarification from INEC yet if that is a right thing to do or not. However, Julius Abure has now boycotted the Edo campaign. Campaigns are coming to a close in Edo as the election is this weekend. So he did not come for the campaign and is basically accused Peter Obi and Alex Otti of conspiracy. So Mr. Ufam Alexander has replied me. I said, I choose to change his name from Yahaya Bello to Yahoo Bello because it's only a 419 scammer person who behaves the way Bello is behaving, allegedly.
Yeah. So at least it's explained why he chose to.
I kind of get his point. I knew it was intentional.
But it's creative.
I knew it was intentional. I just wanted to.
There's the YAH there too, so it's kind of interesting, very interesting. Now,
you people like changing people's names. I don't like it. It's like it has become a thing now. BT616 says, my respect for Julius Caesar Abure.
A two brute.
He's now up to 98%. Obiti say is they wise. Oluwa Julius Pepe.
Look.
At this point, I think Julius Abure is the one that is going to lose out.
Yeah, honestly, everybody said Peter Obi did not act. He didn't do anything. One of his close allies left the Labour Party because he said Peter Obi was supposed to take charge. I think this is what he has done now.
But now,
alongside
my issue
Alex
with
Otti,
that is that is it the right thing to do? Is it
in the present circumstances, it would lead to the party resetting itself. And you know what that also means? It means that they have virtually taken over an entire party. That's what it means. Because if they are able to pull this off within the confines of the law,
there needs to be a bit of explanation.
But this is it.
INEC needs to explain to us: can Alex Otti and Peter Obi take the decision that they did? If not, and if there is no, according to INEC now, if there is no chairman now or excos, what is the next line of action according to the law?
Okay, so according to the law and all of that, Abure's tenure is expired.
Yeah.
According to the law, the party cannot have a lacuna. They must have some kind of interim management and everything in place, right? So I don't know if there's a precedent to this, but what they have done is that, look, the former presidential candidate of the party is arguably the biggest party member in its pyramid.
Especially what Peter Obi did for Labour Party. Yes.
He brought in a lot of people and a lot of funds.
He did.
The current governor of Abure is also a card-carrying member of the Labour Party. They are two of the biggest people in the party. And what they've done is to salvage the party, or more or less take over the party. That's what it means. And if they're able to pull it off, if they now go to a congress, and, they're able to organize a proper congress and everything, if Abure wants to contest and test his popularity, then he will go there. If he doesn't, he's gone.
Then there's a problem. So, for the issue of contesting, and I think this is where Julius Abure lost it. That congress that was done in, I think it was Anambra, that congress that INEC was not there, I think that was the problem.
It sounded like a lot of desperation on his own part.
I have a feeling that he thought, or he had perceived, that he was not going to win that Congress. So he felt he needed to do something quickly to find a solution. However, you didn't do it, and you didn't do it correctly. Okay, Chief Onikoko says, realizing the Yes Daddy tape means they have a lot of evidence against Peter Obi. You must learn to think like a Nigerian politician to understand them. Obi is the ultimate nuclear weapon of Tinubu. Okay.
That's a big conspiracy theory there.
Okay, so also another one is BT616 says, I have a feeling Madam Ngozi is interested in the presidency.
Would that be Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala?
I'm guessing that would be her.
Oh, okay. So would she be contesting in 2027?
2027.
That would be interesting.
Very interesting, actually. I think that would be interesting.
At least she has a clean image.
Suppose.
And she has she does have a clean image.
No, image.
She does have a clean image.
Because it's when you get into politics that all your dirty linen, or if you have any,
so far so good for her. And again, she's gotten a lot of experience.
I think she's
in and outside of government.
I don't see her contesting. I see someone that is doing well on the international stage, and I think she's going to stay there. But you never know with anybody, and that's the truth. You actually never know. But anyway, we'll see where all that is going to. It's still the Boomba on your Boom Radio NG. Okay, we have another comment.
Okay.
Before we move on from politics, Mr. Inform Alexander says about LP in Edo. The current governor is from Labour Party candidate senatorial district. Why would Akpata still show up to contest? So I see them as a spoiler, just like Peter Obi spoiled Atiku's chances in 2023.
Wait.
So
you have to read that again.
Okay, so about Labour Party in Edo.
Yeah.
The current governor is from Labour Party candidate senatorial district.
That's Akpata.
Yes.
And Obaseki are from the same senatorial district. Okay.
Why would Akpata still show up to contest? So I see them as a spoiler, just like Peter Obi spoiled Atiku's chances in 2023. Now, BT616 says, without Obi, Tinubu would not have been president. Tinubu needs Peter Obi to split the PDP votes because of Atiku. The man is right. Peter is a tool. So I think he's agreeing with what Mr. From Alexander said.
So is he a willing tool, or is he just someone who is driven and ends up being a tool? I'm asking you guys now, because let's follow this line of thinking, because it's actually very practical.
It makes sense.
If he did not contest, there's every chance that Atiku could have won.
Oh yes, I think so too, because there other than the young people or new people that voted.
Yeah.
Yes, I think there were a lot of PDP people that moved out of the PDP. So does it make sense? Yes, I think it makes sense. And we had even said it on the bar that imagine if those two votes of the PDP and the Labour Party had been merged into one, they obviously would have beaten the APC. Yeah. The thing that makes perfect sense. Now the question is, even if Obi got 6 million votes
Atiku got Obi got 6.1.
6.1. Atiku got about 6.9.
9 or so. Even if, let's say, it was half of Obi's votes that were added to Atiku's
it will
votes,
still have.
it would have defeated the
So
Tinubu
the
now.
truth is that yes, was it?
Because Tinubu was 8 point something.
They most likely are not. The way I see it, are not willing.
And would he have gotten that spread though?
Yeah,
would he have gotten the spread?
As they are not. They might not have been like Peter Obi. I don't think Peter Obi was willing in that point. However, I'm not sure he saw the bigger picture.
But that's what happened eventually.
But that's what happened eventually.
He ended up working for Tinubu.
It looks like Mr. Tinubu was enjoying the dissent or the rancor that happened in PDP, and it worked in his favor. So, do I think that might happen in Edo State as well? Yes, it's very possible. I didn't even know that part, but it's possible that it might have happened. So, BT616, he's replying. It says that Mr. Inform Alexander and Chief Owo understand this game. Peter is an agent of Tinubu directly or indirectly.
That's the point I was trying to point out. Directly or indirectly.
Indirectly. So Chief Onikoko says, Shola, look around Peter Obi campaign team. They're mostly Tinubu and Obasanjo boys. Yeah. Patrick Utomi, who stepped down as Labour candidate for Obi, is a Tinubu boy. It was one that encouraged Obi to run.
Yeah. Through and through, nobody can even with all their shenanigans. You know that, of course, we know that Utomi and Bola Tinubu go a long way back, and it's not a lie. Even the Kenneth guy. The funny thing is, remember that there's an image of him standing behind Bola Tinubu
boy, actually,
and the next moment is standing.
So are we
behind
saying that Peter Obi? It's possible Peter Obi didn't see these things. He just saw people that were cheering him on.
It's possible. Look, in that position, you need all the help you can get. So Edonyo Kupe pops up and says, I'm supporting Peter. Hey, come on. Why won't he take him on? And look around, and there's this other guy. Is it Yahaya or what's his name? He has gone back to the APC. He worked for Peter Obi. He has gone back to the APC.
It's
so there are about 3 or 4 people like that who had actually worked with Peter Obi, who have found their way out of the Peter Obi setting. So these things are real.
Yeah, so Mr. Inform Alexander says, if Obi didn't contest 2023, the road was very clear for Atiku winning. And besides, Atiku had Obi in mind to take him as VP, as a VP candidate during 2023. BT616 also says Kenneth Okonkwo will soon return to APC. Obedience don't know that Alex Otti is actually an APC chieftain.
Oh yes.
And one Ode.
Otti has always been an APC. In fact, he left the APC in quote a few days before picking up the Labour Party candidacy.
So all this is leading to that they did not APC just did not decide to decimate the PDP. They also just used Labour Party to their own advantage.
I don't think it's only Labour Party itself. There are other parties.
Anyway, speaking about other parties, a Nasarawa lawmaker has now dumped the NNPP for the APC.
And of course, the usual excuse is that there's crisis in
Is there
party.
Crisis in NNPP?
Well, you think there's no crisis in any party in Nigeria?
I'm just saying.
Even the APC has crisis.
Okay, Sha. Everybody has crisis.
It's the excuse that you cannot cross carpet except there's that excuse.
It's always that excuse. But anyway, we'll see.
I'm wondering what is the number of seats that the APC now has in the House of Reps.
Don't even go there anymore.
You know, a few Labour Party guys had crossed. I'll be 1 or 2 of them.
Yes, someone from Labour Party. I think someone from
NNPP had crossed earlier.
NNPP, someone from NNPP, someone from I think ADC or something. Yeah, there are quite a number of people, and they had the majority before. Looks like the majority is coming back. Or can we say people are just going back to where they are coming?
One party state. My appeal to APC is, with all this power, what are you doing for the people? Okay, because if you have the majority,
because it doesn't look like the opposition they even gather themselves, talk less of trying to oppose.
Can we even call them opposition? The only way they look, from the look of things, Nigeria is going to be a 2-party country or a state for a long time.
It has always
been. You see all these other parties, every other party, if they don't merge under one umbrella, and I'm using umbrella loosely, if they don't merge under one umbrella, It's not going to work.
At this point, even the PDP are not even, they've not even gathered themselves enough
under the umbrella. So people tell you the umbrella has been torn, but it can be mended. We need a strong opposition.
Okay, regardless. So BT616 said, congratulations to Rukayachi, to the 27-year-old state assembly lawmaker in Kwara State. Happy birthday. Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, the young lady.
Yes, I remember that there was a young lady.
I think she's the youngest in Nigeria, right?
Yes, I think she's the youngest in Nigeria. So happy birthday to Miss Shitu.
Happy birthday to you.
So, moving on from that, now let's move on from a little bit of politics. And let's now go back to gist about Lagdo Dam.
Okay.
It's official.
I thought you were going to talk about pagers again today. I don't want to talk about pagers.
We're not.
And walkie-talkies.
But you are the one that is saying it now.
I'm just afraid.
No. So, federal government is saying to Nigerians that the Lagdo Dam has officially been released. They're still releasing water. And they're also asking people to relocate from floodplains. However, they're also talking about, in the next 2 years, trying to build 5 buffer dams around this area, because now there's a lot of water coming from the Lagdo Dam that is now being released into the River Niger and River Benue.
Yeah, I know they talked about also desilting some of the current dams that they have.
That's what they're doing. That's what they're trying to do in the immediate.
They're going to also expand the River Benue and River Niger to take in more water in some parts of its course. You know, so the whole thing is that we've been saying it here, that nature, you know, is a strong force, and water will always find its way. But you can use technology and all of that to redirect the water and take in more water and all of that, because these floods have become an annual thing. We cannot continue to let nature have its course when it comes to, especially Lagdo Dam from Cameroon, and the effect it has on at least 11 states in Nigeria.
Yeah, so BT616 says, may Sola not support your sports career. See as he supports Victor, go Turkey, go they sell Gala.
Oh, he's doing okay.
I think he's doing fine.
Galatasaray is a big club and is playing at the highest level. And again, Chelsea were not going to pay him what he wanted, and Gala is paying it. Yeah, Victor is doing okay. Just watch what's going to happen.
I think
in the next couple of, especially in the January window.
I think there's still talks of him moving to Chelsea.
Now they know they need him.
Exactly.
Not Michael Jackson that they
Wow.
Poor man's Michael Jackson.
Now we're moving on from that. As now the federal government has made it clear that it is now a criminal offense for anybody to pay less than 70,000 naira minimum wage to their employees.
It's a fantastic thing to say that people should pay more to their employees, but how are you going to help them do that? Like,
exactly, there has to be more funds.
You're not the one that is in charge of their income. You're the one that's taking all their money anyway with your policies. Companies are spending more now on energy,
on power,
you know,
taxes. So
I get the point where you say there's a minimum wage of 70,000 naira and that is now a criminal offense. So how are you going to enforce it, Seth?
So,
do you understand?
Chief
How you going to pull it off?
Replying you.
Yeah.
I said, Sola, the others want you to be accountable for your window transfer comments. That's all.
Oh, say it again, please.
The audience wants you to be accountable for your window transfer comments. That's all.
About Osimhen, right?
Yes.
I've explained it more than once. You get. I just want the best for the young man. I feel he's one of Nigeria's best exports in sports in recent times. He has his own issues and everything, like all of us do. And I wanted the best for him. I wanted him to go to Arsenal. I felt that was the best fit for him. Man United would have been a good place, but those ones decided to go with Zigzag. What's that one's name again? Zegzi. Then Chelsea started pussy effing, and what are you doing? They were pussyfooting about it. They didn't move fast on it, and they lost out. Those were the 3 teams I felt that he would have.
I still think that he's
because I think he's good like that. I think he's good like that.
I think he's actually.
And watching him in Gala again reinforces my belief in his prowess.
BT616 says Ademola Lookman is better than Victor.
I don't think they're the same type of players.
I don't think
Ademola's style is different. Ademola, you know, more or less starts from the flanks or from the middle. He likes to carry the ball forward and everything. But Osimhen is your clinical finisher. Osimhen also does the graft and the dirty work and everything. He's one of those guys that can fall back to defend. He does that defending. We've seen it with the Super Eagles clearing balls that almost went in and all of that.
I think that
he's a workhorse.
They're both fantastic
Demola
players.
Is also a fantastic player, and there's no competition. I thought we were just going to talk about him being the next African Footballer of the Year. He deserves it.
Yeah.
And he's shown us again in recent times with the games that he has started playing this season again. I really think that I'm not going to compare them. They are two different type of players, and they will complement each other if they're in the same team.
Oh yeah, I think it will be fantastic. We see the kind of things that happen.
Imagine those two playing for the same club.
We see that happens in the Super Eagles. This last couple of games that they played, both of them fantastic set. A BT616 says Ademola fits Arsenal's style of play more than Chelsea.
Well, do you know the way Arsenal is set up? To me, I'm not an Arsenal fan, but the way Arsenal is set up, Demola will slot in too. It will. No argument there. Because who are they going to drop for him? But it will slot in.
That's the issue. However,
even if they can be putting Jesus on the bench, that means Demola can start. And look at what he did.
Anybody can. The truth
I'm looking forward.
Anybody can jump bench.
I'm looking forward to their game. Looking forward to their game.
This night is going to be fantastic.
Isn't it strange that there's now Thursday night football? We used to yap teams that were playing on
Thursday night, but
that
now
they are playing Europa. But now Champions League on Thursday.
League is on Thursday. It will be very, very, very interesting game today at Arsenal, and I don't think it will be so easy for Arsenal. They played what's it called? They played the preseason game. I know Arsenal had won that game. Everybody had the full complement of their team, but I think that it completely changes when it becomes
now with the injuries that
Arsenal has. Yes. Although what we saw with what they played
squad
with Tottenham, I didn't think it was going to be still that. They actually did have a fantastic game. Okay, Chief Origo says Arsenal plays a false nine, so yes, Lookman is perfect for my team Arsenal. We'll see. But I think it will be a good look to see what they're going to play today.
I just hope that he has a great game. As much as I don't have any problem with the Arsenal, but I want Demola to have a great game.
Yeah.
It's good for his claim to
optics,
the title as African Footballer of the Year.
At the moment, the honest truth is that I don't see maybe other than Mohamed Salah, anybody other than Salah.
Experience has taught me not to assume anything, especially when it comes to awards in Africa.
True.
Knowing that, the Francophone guys have a certain way of voting.
The interesting thing is
some things
that's
that
what I'm saying.
Sha.
Other than Mohamed Salah, there's nobody
if they vote
else
Salah ahead of him, there's nothing we can do.
Yeah, there's nobody else at the moment other than Osimhen or Ademola Lookman doing better, and that's the truth. But we'll see where that is going to go to. Since we're talking about that, the Champions League. Since we're on Champions League, we're just going to go straight into that. It's interesting the kind of games we saw yesterday with Man City and Inter Milan. It was definitely going, especially that it was even played at Etihad yesterday. This looked like, I think this was the same kind of game, 2023 Champions League final. It was them. But we knew that Man City had won that game. But the game ended 0-0. Inter Milan was not going to have it yesterday.
They didn't come to play at all.
They definitely did not come to play.
The highlight of that match for me was the Man City jersey. They were playing at home, and for the first time, they didn't use their sky blue. They used a jersey that was specifically designed because of this band, Oasis.
Oasis, yeah.
The leaders of that band are massive Man City fans, and it's their 30th anniversary. They're coming together to do a whole lot of stuff. So they actually have a jersey designed
for them. That's beautiful. So yesterday we saw PSG actually struggle to get a late win over Girona, who are they're actually Champions League debutants. So at this point, anything can happen to anybody.
Say what?
Anything can happen to anybody. Borussia Dortmund defeated Club Brugge 3-0. Bologna and Shakhtar played 0-0 yesterday as well. Sparta Prague defeated RB Salzburg 3-0 as well. And Celtic defeated Slovan Bratislava 5-1. That was quite a number of games. Today, we're going to be seeing Feyenoord play with Bayer Leverkusen. FK Savannah will be playing with Benfica as well. Atalanta will be playing Arsenal. Atletico Madrid playing RB Leipzig. Brest will be playing Storm Graz, and Monaco and Barcelona. I think that's another game.
That's my favorite French team. Brest versus Storm Graz.
That's your business.
I like that French team. I've been supporting them.
So those are the games that we'll be seeing get played today. Also, the latest FIFA rankings that is out, Super Eagles are still maintaining their position in 39th. And
no passing, no fail, no promote for class.
It's better. The last FIFA rankings, they had dropped one because they didn't have a good outing the last 2 times. But this last one, they won 1 game and they drew another one away. So that, I think, helped them stay their course.
Congratulations on staying in the same position.
At least it's better than no draw. It's better than dropping. At this point, also moving on, an Arsenal player, former Ipswich striker, has now been charged after a £600,000 of cannabis was seized at an airport in the United Kingdom.
Uncle, take it easy. £600,000 worth. Is it the street value or the quantity? Regardless, that is commercial quantity.
One. Yeah, that's definitely.
Well, if football no work, something else go work.
I don't know for
but now they don't catch you.
Anyway, there's going to be so still talking about a few other things. The federal government has unveiled technology that's set to monitor the national grid performance. They had unveiled this. That I think it's called SCAD or something.
Yeah, I think it's SCAD or SCADA or something. And
SCADA, yeah.
The beauty of it is that actually the work started in 2022. And it's about $56 million worth of something. But shout out to the World Bank, they're picking up the
tab on that one. BT616 says Victor is better than Yekini.
That's one thing that I would not agree to.
I don't know if I honestly did not ever watch Rashidi Yekini play. I did not. However, I think that he is such a
he's like a Yekini.
He's such
player,
a god in Nigerian football that it might sound like a travesty to a couple of people.
It is. We no go agree. Victor and Yekini care.
So Mr. Ofo Alexander says Manchester City trends on Twitter after yesterday drawn match. Betting companies really chop a wolf yesterday because many bet tickets spoiled because of Man City.
Yeah, it was a one-way thing. Everybody had assumed that they were going to whitewash Inter.
But people are really not forgetting that in 2023, Inter Milan actually got to Champions League finals.
Yeah.
Those were the two people.
Have the core of their team.
Yeah, those 2 people were the ones that played the Champions League final. And win or lose, for you to get to Champions League final, you're a big deal. That's where I say. Anyway, Chief Onikoko says, Sola, imagine the disrespect. Baba Yekini of all people. Who is Victor? Honestly, I think that
on this one, I dropped
on
Victor.
The trajectory that he's going, he actually might beat
the
Rashidi Yekini's record. He actually might, but Chief Onikoko says, Tani Victor. My own is, by the time he beats that record, I think we can have that conversation again.
No, we can't. It's not the same.
I think that people,
it's
like
not,
I said,
it's not the same.
I don't. It's possible that he might be better, but
you don't understand.
He seems
their
to
stories,
be
their stories
god
are similar.
Of football.
Listen, Dolupo, their stories are similar. Yekini did some menial labor before he became a professional footballer. Victor lived in Olusosun. If you know Olusosun in Lagos, it's a dump. They have that grass to grace story. But Yekini's part was harder and tougher. And the man was holding it down. So everywhere he went, he was the highest goal scorer. Everywhere he went.
Shorami, as he said, trajectory call Angunaiti ni.
Yes, please, Shorami.
But the truth is, honestly, in the next couple of years, what if he beats all his records?
If he beats the goals, it's congratulations to him. It doesn't mean that he's better than Yekini. Do you understand?
That's what I said. I never watch him play. However, I've come to realize that Rashidi Yekini seems to be a god that you cannot touch when it comes to Nigerian football. So I'm not going to argue.
Yekini was highest goal scorer in I think it was in Portugal. He came home for Nations Cup, spent about 1 or 2 months with the Eagles, went back and he was still the highest goal scorer. That's Yekini. Yekini that spoke 5 languages.
Okay.
And he doesn't have formal education.
So, sir, it looks like nobody is going to agree with that. So let's just
on this one. Victor, I'm a guy, but I drop him. Yeah, Yekini. Pedestal.
Okay, so they are saying that Victor is not close to Rashidi Yekini. I just wanted to put it there. I just wanted to add it. Anyway, moving on from that. Okay. Chief Odikoko is still on this matter. It says Yekini in 1994 and 1992. I beg.
Do you remember the first Nigerian to ever score a goal at the World Cup? Rashidi Yekini.
But that would not happen with Victor Osimhen because of the time he's coming in.
I'm just telling you how big it was. Like that celebration.
That's what I'm saying.
FIFA still uses that iconic celebration year in, year out to promote. I'm just saying,
you know that because of the time that Victor Osimhen came now. That's
now, Rashidi Yekini will score with his left, score with his right, and with his head. Do you understand? Yekini was an all-rounder. The man, do you know what he did? After playing professional football across Europe, he came back home to play with the Nigerian teams. He came back home. He came back home to show you how much he gave back.
Okay, so Chief Odikoko is added to your gist and says that World Team of the Year 1996. Which team Victor Osimhen entered? Dolupo? I do not know. That's why I say I don't know. I don't understand. I was just expecting. If I this did not start from me, it's BT616 that started
out
this
there.
matter.
All the clubs that he played for, they still celebrate him even more than we do here. That's how big Rashidi Yekini is. And he also has one good thing going for him. He had a good character. He had everything working. He had no issues with any coaches.
So he said, Chief Odikoko says he played in Abeokuta Gateway.
Yes,
FC.
now he came back home and played in Gateway. They said, how much will we pay you? He said, how much are you paying? This person said, okay, no problem. And even the salary, he was always sharing it to the boys.
So he said, teammates, they prostrate to Yekini when he scored.
Yes, now, the goal's father.
Okay, it's obvious that this conversation is not supposed
Let's not do that. BT616. Let's not do that.
Okay.
Let's not
you have been. Anyway, finally, before we go, quickly, the Lagos State Government has ordered the demolition of Mopol 20 barracks in Onigbongbo, Ikeja. They're talking about following concerns of a potential building collapse. So they've asked everybody to move out. And then okay. BT616 says, Yekini should park well, Jerry. I'm not doing this with you, people.
Read it now.
He says, Yekini should park well, Jerry.
He has parked well already. He has parked well. In fact, he's smiling down on us now like, yeah.
Okay. Anyway, they're saying that to avoid these buildings coming down and all that, so they would rather just demolish it and rebuild it. So BT616 also says Okocha is not even my top 11 in Nigeria.
Yeah. Well, let's see.
Well, I don't think I argue that one.
But it's his own 11.
It's his own 11, so you know, it's definitely entitled to that one. Also, Kano Governor has dissolved the interim management committees of 44 local government areas, basically saying that those caretaker chairmen, they have officially been dissolved. So I'm guessing
they were not even supposed to be there in the first place.
Are supposed to be coming up.
October 26th, they're having elections.
Quickly as well. And before we go, Sanwa Naswa has issued a 3-week ultimatum to the federal government threatening indefinite strike if their outstanding salaries have not been paid.
Government will answer them 24 hours to the strike.
They do. Okay, so Chief Odikoko has a comment, and he says, I'm leaving Sola. For those of us that have watched JJ Live, we know it's not always about the goals and assists.
Nah. Yeah.
Okay, on that note, that is all we have.
So good they named him twice.
Okay, so on that note, that's all we have to take today on the bar. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching.
Thank you
so much for the comments. It was such a very fun and incredible show. We'll be back again tomorrow at 3 p.m. West African time to give you another wonderful edition of the Boom Bar. Have a beautiful, beautiful day ahead.